still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live.
We are no threat to House Baroon, I promise you.
You have no right to be here. You will tell me how you found this place.
Aye, the serpent.
He said that? I heard nothing. Given the gravity of the situation, surely there is no way you would joke about such a thing.
It is no joke.
We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
I can imagine that without the speaker to issue clear directions, things have been difficult.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage.
Being held hostage by zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the zealots to be so bold.
The sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations.
That is the real reason why Razma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
Cut all ties.
House Kadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
Research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The zealots were wise in their tactics. Up until now.
I'm staying. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
The Great Serpent was true.
Partnerships have been beneficial for us both.
As much as our people may disagree, Jandar would see you sacrifice your life in direct service to the Great Serpent. Both would have you die cleansing the accursed and turning those who may listen to his shadow. You know this to be true, Mihail. A true promised lives only to serve. And your death today would serve nothing.
Blessed sister, you speak truth. I have been blinded by pride, but your words have guided me back to the path.
I'm starting to panic. He hasn't shown up to work in days, and the timing of all this feels suspicious.
A sudden absence would give credence to the idea he was followed.
Agreed. Ukaru was extremely punctual. An absence like this is very unlike him. Mind, I'd like a moment with the Harbinger alone.
This is a personal matter. I am sure the Envoy will respect our privacy.
Indeed. And your timing is apt. The cortege has arrived at the spaceport, and I don't like to leave the crew waiting.
Thank you, Envoy.
Executor.
I appreciate your discretion. The Envoy is a trusted figure, but you can never be too careful in situations like this.
In my line of work, this holds especially true. The more people know, the more everyone knows.
Exactly. We keep the circle of trust small until we know who to let in. And while having the conversation here isn't entirely secure, we're pressed for time, so it'll have to do. So, now that we're alone, tell me, what have you uncovered? I was afraid of that. If only I had preached more caution. But after the accident, things were dire. Our resources were blocked. We needed those supplies, and... Indeed. But there's more going on here than meets the eye. If the Zealots are responsible, they must be punished. But one question remains. How would they gain access to the shipments in the first place?
The answer is both obvious and impossible to believe. Who would betray House Varun when so many are suffering?
Be more conviction. You only see what's in front of you, and not the big picture.
Please. You made no grand gesture. You violated the law and aided those who want us dead.
I don't know what evidence you've gathered, but without anything concrete, it's your word against mine.
I would ask for news of the city, but I think I prefer not to know. No offense, but it's not your property.
The ownership of the card is far less important than its use.
Be that as it may, I feel it should be turned over to the proper authorities.
You know that all must serve Kavil. Right now, handing over that keycard. That is how you best serve the Great Serpent.
I only wish to serve, I swear. You are right, though. Here, take it.
Have we offended the Great Serpent so? Dazra was not enough?
So, the Phantom spoke true. We have done enough here. We should go.
My whole life, drowned. This farm is the only place I have ever known.
What will we do now?
I have nothing. This farm is the only place I have ever known. Now
You
I
need
have
something, dearest?
nothing.
I'm sorry to see you go.
With House Vithal? Easier said than done.
This is true. House Betal and the Ministry of State are known to be the most devout and punitive of the houses. It would not be easy to leave without extreme consequences, as you now know.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go.
Speaker, you cannot be serious. This cannot be what the Great Serpent has intended for us.
Child, there is no other way.
Try again. Surely you cannot mean this. House Varun's survival is paramount. To say such a thing is heresy. You would brand yourself a traitor. This is a result of your escape, yes? You hit your head. You do not mean what you just said. Then decisions about our future no longer concern you. Out of respect for all you have done for us, you will be allowed to leave the city. But after that, you are an enemy of House Varun, and will be killed on sight. Go then. Go back to the worthless settled systems and share their fate when the shrouding comes. For it will come.
You and I have things to discuss.
I knew you would be a disappointment.
After everything, all the effort to save Dasra, you turn your back on them and refuse to help name a speaker? Are you mad? That is hardly the point. You were granted an incredible opportunity to help House Varun define itself going forward. And you were explicitly warned about the consequences of your choice. And you went and made it anyway, and now we cannot go back! What? Why would you ever think such a thing? You have cut us off from House Varun. You have potentially cut me off from House Varun. if you cannot even begin to see how that might hurt me. I want nothing to do with you. I will hear you out if you have something worthwhile to say. It is good to know that you understand at least that much. I do know that. I am trying to look past what you have done, but it is difficult. You know that I love you. You mean so much to me. But this, you mean so much to me. I will stay with you until that time.